Hi. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Shark Stream. If you can believe it, it's me. It's Gage. Hi. Hi, how are you? I'm moving my mic around. Give me a second. Maggie, are you ready to stream Silent Hill 2? Ragnarok is sitting on the PS5, which we will not be using to stream the game because I think the only way I could do that is with PS3 game streaming, which is not an ideal way to play this game. Probably the least ideal way to play this game, if we're being realistic here. In terms of ideal ways to play this game, I think at the top of the list you're looking at the enhanced edition for PC, the fan-made patch, and then probably next step down from that is likely the PS2 Greatest Hits or the Restless Dreams edition for the Xbox. Next step down from that is probably going to be the standard PC edition. Step down from that is the HD collection version, which is what we're playing. And the next step down from that, or I should say HD collection played on backwards compatibility on the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X. Maybe Xbox One slightly more, which is something we'll get into. Next step down from that, PS3 streaming. Next step down from that, PS3 version of the HD collection on a PS3. Next step down from that, PS3 version on PlayStation Network PS3 streaming. And the next step down from that is the Xbox 360 version of the HD collection on an Xbox 360. That's the official ranking. It's official because I said so, and nobody else has said it prior to me. That's probably not true. Hi, we're playing Silent Hill 2. It's Survival Horror Saturday. Golly gee whiz. I'm excited to get into this. So, I've talked about this before. I've streamed all of the Silent Hill games at this point, except for, a couple real fringe ones. I haven't done the arcade game. I haven't done the play novel for the Game Boy Advance. Or was it the Game Boy Color? I actually don't really remember. There was a Game Boy visual novel for Silent Hill 1. And I haven't done the PS Vita Dungeon Crawler. Arcade one is just because, that's a whole thing that I would have to look into emulating if I wanted to play that, and I don't want to try and do that. Play novel is probably something that could be, easily emulated, since it's, a Game Boy game, but it's also just I'm not really a visual novel kind of person. I need to see how I handle visual novels on stream with, a game that I actually want to play first. And then, Book of Memories is mostly because, that's a PS Vita game. Again, would require, some work to get that up and running. Hello! Esamuka123, welcome to the Shark Stream. Play Skyrim, maybe? Not today. Maybe someday. But not today. Today's Silent Hill 2. What was I talking about? Right, so I've played through all the Silent Hill games, the mainline Silent Hill games, but I wanted to play through the original 4 again. Where does you don't will to playing Skyrim? I mean, when you put it like that, what was I saying? I'm just getting derailed. No, but, I wanted to play through all these games again, kind of in anticipation of, the Silent Hill 2 remake. I say anticipation, but it's more like dread than anything. But, regardless, it's coming whenever we want it now. So what will you do? So what will you gonna play, Mr. Lizard? First off, Shark, But also, Silent Hill 2 is what we're playing. Right there on the screen. But yeah, I wanted to play all of these, and mostly I wanted to play this one. But, like, I've got this weird complex where if I'm going to play one game in a series, I need to play all of the other games in the series to feel complete. Because it's like, yeah, I want to play Silent Hill 2, but if I want to play Silent Hill 2, I should probably play Silent Hill 1. But if I play Silent Hill 1 and then Silent Hill 2, well then, like, I might as well play Silent Hill 3, because then, like, I gotta finish the story of Harry Mason, and his daughter Cheryl. And then it's just like, okay, well, if I'm playing Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, I might as well do 4. But, like, I can go ahead and, like, cut it off there. Sharks will not grow many hair, water animal. Lizards don't really grow hair either, so, you know, we're not exactly in the realm of reality here. But yeah, so this is all part of, like, me redoing, like, the Japanese-produced, the Team Silent Hill games, and cutting it off there because I've already played Homecoming once recently. I already have more than one playthrough of Downpour on my channel. I'm planning to play Shattered Memories later this year anyway for its anniversary, and Origins is too much of a hassle to get up and running, so fuck it. What is doing green substance on face? I'm assuming you mean signify. That's acid. I am an acid shark. Hence the name. So I was looking, there's a sale going on Xbox Live right now. It's an Activision Blizzard sale, and I decided to take a look at it. Because I had been thinking recently about, what was it? Microsoft recently announced what the redacted showcase was going to be when they do the next Xbox showcase, which still feels really weird that they're doing an Xbox showcase considering like all of the negative press they got recently for shutting down Arcane Austin and Tango Gameworks, but fucking whatever, more people into the blender, I guess. The grinder, if you will. And like prior to all that happening, I was kind of interested in seeing what the what is it? The redacted thing was going to be. But then like after they announced that like, oh yeah, we're shutting down these studios that made games you really like, it's just like I don't really have any level of excitement about this anymore. And then they announced that it was a showcase for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which, like, okay, that was going to be disappointing regardless of what happened. But then I got to thinking about it, it's just like, wait, Black Ops 6? Was there a Black Ops 5? And I decided to look it up, and I was just like, oh, okay, Black Ops 5 was Black Ops Cold War. But then I found out that technically speaking, Black Ops Cold War is already Black Ops 6? It's the 6th game in the Black Ops series. Because apparently the first Black Ops game, well, quote-unquote Black Ops game, was Call of Duty World at War. Like, okay, I fell off this series a while ago, but, like, I'm getting to that. I'm getting ahead of myself a bit. So, I already had, like, Call of Duty on the mind. Basically, excuse me. Basically, like, the idea is that I was looking at these sales going on for the Activision Blizzard stuff, and like, I started noticing something, because, like, part of me was just like, oh, I wonder how much World of War costs, because, like, there was a span of 3 Call of Duty games, so I guess you could say 3 years, that I was actually, like, paying attention to that series. Played Modern Warfare, because, like, I mean, I was in high school, you know? I was a teenage boy in high school when that game came out, you know? By the way, sound warning, because the fucking, like, game selection screen music for the HD collection is fucking loud as hell. But, you know, like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare was not exactly something that you could really ignore. Like, especially for, like, someone like me who was, like, really into... Especially for someone like me who was really into Halo. Because, you know, I was keeping up with just like, oh, Halo is... Oh. Please connect to Xbox Live? This is the same issue that I was having like weeks ago, that I had to do that whole thing where like I deleted all of my local saves for my 360 games and had to re-download them all off the cloud. Which they should just give you a button to do that for every 360 game you own, honestly. And I don't know why they don't do that. But yeah, so like, you know, Halo 2, obviously the absolute fucking cultural touchstone in terms of like online multiplayer. The Xbox 360 came out, and for a few years, Halo 2 was like still top of the charts in terms of like number of players online for the online multiplayer, and it wasn't dethroned until Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out. Which I think Modern Warfare was 2000. Modern Warfare 1 was 2007, if I remember correctly. Call of Duty 4. Yep, 2007. So we're talking about like same year that like Halo 3 came out, and then like those two would kind of go like back and forth. But like we're talking about like over the course of 3 years, Halo 2 was like the top played game. Did the fucking thing crash? I think it crashed. Okay, no. The game didn't crash, but the emulated Xbox 360 Xbox Live guide did. Okay, hold on. That's a very funny problem to have. So yeah, obviously, like, Modern Warfare wasn't exactly the sort of thing you ignored. So, obviously, like, I got it, I played it. I played a lot of the campaign. I really enjoyed the campaign. Can I sign in, please? Maybe I should have waited to get into the game first before doing this. It's weird that it's having this issue. Dude, I was playing BioShock 2 earlier and was connecting to Xbox Live fine. I don't know what the issue is now. Hold on. This is very strange, very strange. And then, like, next year, I got World at War. I remember really liking it. Year after that, we had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, with the infamous, the now incredibly infamous No Russian level. I might need to fully restart my 360. Something, or my Series X. Something is going weird with this. Excellent start to the Silent Hill 2 stream. So, yeah, you know, there was a solid 3 years where, like, I kind of genuinely enjoy it. Like, I'm mostly a single-player campaign kind of guy anyway. Like, I don't really like multiplayer. Like, PvP multiplayer, generally speaking. And I mean, like, I like those games, but then it's just like, after, like, Modern Warfare 2, like, I think just other games I was more interested in started coming out, if I'm being entirely honest, you know? Like, I just kind of stopped caring about Call of Duty at that point. But there's still a degree of nostalgia there. Even if they are, you know, explicit military propaganda. I'm just gonna hope that that all kind of rectifies itself nicely. And if it doesn't, I've got all my saves, like, downloaded locally. It's fine. I played a bunch of this game recently because I wanted to activate the what's the word I'm looking for? The conditions for a specific ending. Okay, I thought it was gonna freeze up again. Fucking got me freaking out here. So, you know, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I've already I bought all of the Modern Warfare trilogy within, like, the last decade or so, because they were cheap to get used. So I have all those on hand, Modern Warfare 1 through 3 for the 360. But I was thinking, just like, oh, I wonder how much World at War is right now. Maybe I can pick up, like, a digital copy of World at War, since I remember having pretty fond memories of playing that game. And I was scrolling through the list. I want to see if it does the, like, tracked mode, or how long it takes from idling on the screen for it to, like, play like the musical trailer. So I'm scrolling through these, and I start noticing something with regards to the prices, because, like, there's a bunch of, like, 360 Call of Duty games that are, like, backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X. Pretty much all of them. Except, I think, the ones that were also available on the Xbox One.
James, honey, did something happen?
So I started noticing something with regards to the prices, where it's just like, okay, some of these discounted prices are reasonable, but what's with these, like, percentages we got here?
Forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Like, I found Call of Duty, I found, like, fucking COD Blops 2 on there, and it's just like, oh, on a discount it's $14.99. Why is the discount 70% off? Like, excuse me?
What do you know about that? Aren't you
Maria? I like to watch this because it's full of, like, pre-rendered CG scenes that aren't actually present anywhere else in the game. Kind of like the one for Silent Hill 1. Different from how Silent Hill 3 does it, which actually uses, if I recall correctly, quite a bit of the cutscenes from the game. Like, even the ones, like, I don't think 3 has any pre-rendered cutscenes now that I'm thinking about it.
Come on.
Like, some of these are pre-rendered cutscenes from the game, but, like, this isn't anywhere in the game.
area used to be a sacred place. Think we can see it. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James. That won't look like the ghost, do it?
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All I care about is that dead wife of yours. I've been so scared my whole life.
It's just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too. You just killed someone. It's the way they looked at you. It's a little girl like you going there.
Are you blind or something?
It's you.
Just put the gun to your head.
That's not anywhere in the game either.
I am. If you want me.
It's just for whatever reason. I mean, I guess part of the reason is that they really wanted it to look nice. They only wanted to use like pre-rendered video for the attract mode, but they didn't have enough pre-rendered cutscenes in the game to like
Yeah. She ran away.
cover the whole song.
Find her.
So they had to fill it out with a few other things. Like that.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
And I don't know if this is just something with the HD collection. They definitely, the pre-rendered cutscenes always kind of remind me of like soap operas, which I guess is appropriate. I need to remind myself, did I finish a playthrough? I did. Cool. So we can just start a new game. So we are playing with the new voices, and we'll get into what that means in a bit here. But first, watch as I cast a spell over my nose.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
No. I'm sorry. Okay, so when Konami was making the HD collection, I don't remember all of the specific details about exactly what happened, but what ended up happening is that they basically, I need to turn off that noise filter. That is going to bug the shit out of me. They redid all of the voice acting. I think it had to do with there was at least one voice actor that we know of who was kicking up a fuss over. Oh, it is off. Oh, now it's off. Okay. There's at least one voice actor that we know of that was kicking up a fuss over the fact that this was a, like, incredibly, like, well-regarded game that sold God knows how many copies and was about to go on to sell even more over years and years and years. And had never gotten royalties. Now, let's be clear here right up front. It was James' voice actor. I'm kidding. IDK. You're right. Actually, it was in fact Guy Seehee. I didn't want to name names, but Guy Seehee's kind of a weird guy who thinks that COVID is caused by 5G. So, I don't really like getting into the weeds with that. But despite the fact that, you know, he probably thinks there's like mind control shit in the vaccine, you know, broken clock twice a day. Yeah, video game voice actors should be paid royalties. That being said, the contract that they signed when they initially recorded their lines didn't guarantee them royalties. It basically guaranteed that, like, Konami could use their voice lines pretty much in perpetuity, more or less. Like, they signed over their performances to Konami. But because Konami was seeing kind of like this pushback from the voice actors being just like, hey, we want to be like paid for how well this game did, they decided, you know what, we'll just go ahead and re-record everything. It's whatever. Now from there, a couple interesting things happened. They did record new voices for Silent Hill 2 and 3, but eventually, like, after Guy Seehee kicked up a lot of fuss over this, and there was a lot of like back and forth between like who was in the right in this case and like who legally was in the right in this case. Just like on a purely, I'm back, please don't ban. I didn't ban you, I just put you in timeout. You were getting a little rambunctious. Sometimes people just gotta take a deep breath. Why? You were putting kind of weird messages in chat. I'm going to be entirely honest with you. What is rambunctious? Being a little wild, basically. So, eventually, Guy Seehee, I guess kind of does sort of like a... It was probably a bit more of like a formality, like a symbolic signing over of like the rights to his performance, basically, along with, I don't really know the specific details. I would highly recommend looking up the whole thing that happened yourself, but like this is just my recollection of it. Him and a bunch of the other voice actors from Silent Hill 2 signed over their performances. And what we end up getting is a version of the HD collection that has a selection for new voices for Silent Hill 2 and original voices for Silent Hill 2. Now, each one has its, you know, benefits. You know what's crazy is like low taper fade meme is to this day still massive, am I right? I suppose? You see, this is what I'm talking about. Like you're kind of just like coming in with just like stuff that doesn't really have anything to do with anything that's going on. Like I appreciate your viewership, I do, but like we are playing Silent Hill 2, and that doesn't really have anything to do with what's going on right now or what's being discussed. It's just a question of like flooding the chat with just like random noise, basically. I believe in you. You can behave yourself while you're here. We're gonna get there together. What was I fucking talking about? Now the weird thing. Can you maybe play Silent Hill? I would love to see you play. I am just kind of standing in this bathroom, aren't I? I'm not actually doing anything. Okay, let's pick this up first and foremost. I wanna do some of the funny joke endings if I can manage to nab them over the course of the stream. I just got to remember where some of the things are. Oh, this next part is gonna get a little weird visually. You're gonna see this like subtle flickering. It's not that subtle. I'll get into what's going on here in a moment, but we got to get through this cutscene first.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised to take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? In her special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake?
Tanaka, thank you for the follow.
We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water.
SMOK123, thank you for the
Could
follow.
Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
Okay, before I get back into the thing with the voices, so the PS2, or like that whole generation of consoles, weirdly enough, was really good at rendering transparent textures. I don't know what it is about that particular, like, era that, like, we were so good at that, or why we haven't been able to do it since. But because of that, there are parts of this game that look worse. Now, the flickering is actually an interesting thing to talk about, because the flickering isn't present if you play the version of the HD collection that you get on the 360, or if you play this game on the Xbox One. I know, I've checked. I have a whole first playthrough. It's up on my Up for Silent Hill 2 that I did years ago. Esamuka, you see, that's the sort of thing that I'm talking about. Like, I know what you're doing with that message. Like, I know what that is. Now, I'm not gonna give you another timeout yet, but I'm just saying, that's the sort of thing you just gotta rein in a little bit. It's not what you think. Listen, I am normally practically a, what's the word I'm looking for? Text-to-speech machine. But, like, come on. Come on. Map of Silent Hill. Like, even, like, I've been on the internet for a while. I know when someone's trying to bait me. But yeah, I have a playthrough. What am I supposed to write that? Yeah, I mean, you could comment on the game. You could ask questions, like actual questions, not questions that are like trying to get me to say words that like I definitely should not be saying. Like, yeah, it is just the Spanish word for black, but like, come on. I know what you're doing. Have I seen, like, Godzilla -1? Yes, I have seen Godzilla -1. Very fucking good movie. I wanted to see the black and white version. Didn't get a chance to. I thought it was very funny that the guy playing Koichi is the guy who played Koichi. Hello, Gordon. Welcome. by which I mean the guy playing Koichi in -1 is the guy who played Koichi in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable movie. Same actor. Very funny he played two characters with the same name. He's also apparently a genius? I guess? Like, certified genius? I remember looking up his fucking Wikipedia page to, like, find, just confirm that, like, this is the guy who played Koichi in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right? What is your favorite flavor of Monster? Well, actually, it's funny you ask. Because right now, I am drinking Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red, which is pretty good. This is actually a recent flavor. That they... I forget what it is. I want to say it's like grapefruit. They don't... It might not be grapefruit. It might not be grapefruit. I think Rosa might be grapefruit. I had a whole fucking, like, rant about this where it's just like, they don't put what the fucking flavor is on the can. They just have somebody who writes, like, an entire paragraph of flavor text. I was craving sci-fi rail shooters with the furry cast and to stream X Zodiac, then I played Star Fox Guard and did Star Fox Zero, trying to do this alternate path and just, I'm very upset. The first alternate path felt cruel and unjust, just absolute fuck you difficulty. I actually backed X Zodiac. I don't know when they're going to be getting back to me about the thing that I'm supposed to contribute to that game at my backer level. But I think I'm in those credits somewhere. If it has credits. I saw you playing that, and I was just like, oh, hey, I know that game. Yeah, I think my favorite flavor of Monster... Original Monster is pretty good, but I think my favorite has to be... Orange Dreamsicle is really fucking good, honestly. I think it might be Orange Dreamsicle. The Monster Reserve flavor. You misunderstood the question. Fuck was that? I was about to unload the monsters I find attractive. Please don't unload in my chat. This is an 18+ stream, but Twitch might still get mad at you. Anyway. So yeah, the flickering, strangely, I think only happens in that first area. Like, I played through this game a few times recently. Oh, we're on an ad break. Okay, I'll continue with the details afterward. For now, let's continue down this path. Because it's really just a long walk. James runs like such a fucking dork. Ooh, funny well. Well, well, well. What do we have here? There's something in the well. What's that? Looking at this makes me feel like someone's groping around inside my skull. It gives me a weird feeling. Okay, where was my last save? Has it really been over a month since I last played this? God, where does the time go? Hello? I forget if James's, like, heavy breathing noise is different in the original voices. But, like, I hate it in the... It doesn't sound like heavy breathing. It sounds like no noise that a human being has ever made in their life. Anyway, let's go talk to Angela. Angela Owasco.
Excuse me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just...
No, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah.
You have to go? All right,
I'm
you have a good
looking
one.
for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe. And it's not just the fog either. It's...
Okay, I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going into town either way.
But why?
See ya,
I'm looking
Asamuka.
for someone.
Who is it?
Someone very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean, my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either.
What the fuck just happened to this?
I'm sorry. It's
The
not your
ambience
problem.
cut out for like
I
half
hope
a
you
second.
find them.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, you heading out too, Taro? All right, you have a good one. Now for my favorite cutscene in the game, when you try to talk to Angela again.
Aren't you looking for someone?
That's right.
And he just wanders off. So I think with that cutscene, this is probably like a good time to talk to actually talk about the some more about the voice actor thing. So, oh, it means you're about to smoke. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Enjoy. I completely lost my train of thought again. Okay, voices, right. Okay, so you've got the new voices, you got the old voices. Each one has their pros, each one has their cons, and, you know, everybody's got their preferences for which one they prefer. With the original voices, they feel more real. Like, the characters sound like people, you know? And that's mostly because, like, the voice actors being used aren't voice actors per se. Like, they were just like people who went in and auditioned. Like, for the most part, they weren't like established voice actors in the industry, generally speaking. Okay, so I want to just point out that the chainsaw that's making that noise is on our right. I'm hearing that sound in my left ear. I have no idea why the game does that. Also, Comic Sans. That's not like that in the original. But with the new voices, because all the new voices are like established industry professionals, like Troy Baker, who you may know as the voice of Espio the Chameleon in Sonic Generations. His most famous role, obviously. Or like Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, the voice of the Major from several versions of Ghost in the Shell, playing Mary and Maria. All of the characters sound like voice actors. Now that kind of makes the game have a different texture to it, where it's just like when it's the original voices, when they all like sound like real people, it definitely grounds the game. Oh, was she in Dot Hack? It's been so long. Wait, hold on. Which Dot Hack? Dot Hack Sign? It's been a hot minute since I've seen Dot Hack Sign. I remember really liking that, though. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the characters sounding like people kind of like grounds the experience a little bit more. And just makes it feel a bit more authentic. The trade-off is, of course, that the voice acting is quite bad. Like, they are not particularly good performances. Now, there is a charm to that. I won't deny it. Like, I'm a guy who enjoys, like, The Room or Birdemic, for example. There's a charm to a bad performance. But just, like, in terms of, like, the actual performances being given, yeah, the new voice acting is, generally speaking, better. It's just that everybody sounds like voice actors. Which, again, can put a person off, especially if they're used to the original voice acting. Me, I've played through with both of them, and I don't know if I really prefer one over the other. I think maybe I prefer the original voice acting just a little bit more, but I don't hate the new voice acting. Mostly because I really like Mary Elizabeth McGlynn as a voice actress. But why was I disconnected from Xbox? Whatever. I'm just gonna keep going. Now, unfortunately, Silent Hill 3 was not quite as lucky. And for Silent Hill 3, we only have the new voice acting. Again, it's a situation where the new voice acting isn't bad, but it's a similar situation where, like, everybody sounds like a voice actor. Oh my god, The Room. The Room is fucking hilarious. I love that fucking movie so goddamn much. I was really lucky to see it in a theater. Not one of, like, the sort of, like, semi-famous, like, midnight showings where, like, kind of everybody's in on the joke, but there were enough people there that, like, knew the various bits to do over the course of the movie. Are these marks blood? That thing wasn't quite as clear to see in the original. That shadow just now. What shadow? Is a very clearly defined shape. So, like, you had people... I'm pretty sure I remember people throwing spoons at the screen when, like, the framed photos of spoons were up there. And then there's a part at the party, like, right at the end, where he's about to be like, I have some news, everybody. We're expecting. And just before he says that, he, like, kind of waves towards, like, the bottom right corner of the screen. And one of the things that people do at showings for that movie is a group of people will congregate at that corner of the screen and wave back. And we did have people do that when we went to see it in theaters for its anniversary. So that was a lot of fun. That was last year for its 20th anniversary, I believe. But yeah, it's basically... What am I trying to fucking say? My basic sort of conclusion is that I see the appeal of the original voices, but I don't hate the new ones. I think everybody, like, I'm not one of those people that's just like, oh, the voice acting is intentionally bad to give it an odd, off-kilter atmosphere. It's just like, no, it's just bad. It's inexperienced voice actors, and voice direction that is not particularly good. You like short message? I did actually really like the short message when I played it. I really enjoyed it for what it was, and I felt I felt really good about its message. And it was nice to have like some new Silent Hill thing that wasn't Ascension, which I do need to get around and watching the entirety of one of these days. I want to do that, but I gotta play through these games first. Social media is toxic message. I mean, social media is toxic. So, like, I gotta give it that one. Hey, James, what's that? James, what's over there? James, do you see that? You see that guy? What's she doing? Okay, James, first off, we can do better than that. We just picked up a chainsaw. Oh my god, that fucking noise.
Is it dead? The hell is it? It's not human.
That was a horrible sound. Dead. Could it have been that creature? What's going on in this town? Okay, switch back to the fucking wooden plank.
Oh, yeah. Is this thing broken? What the? I'd better take it anyway. I might need it.
You might need a broken radio? Yeah, I think one of the things that I really liked about Short Message was how, like, I really liked the way that the plot progressed in that game, and, like, just as you figured out more and more information about what was going on, and, like, why the character was there, what the character had done to be there and be experiencing all of this. And how that kind of just changed the perspective of the game and the perspective of, like, what the message of the game was and that sort of thing. You never know when you gotta boogie down. Ain't that the truth? I get very liberal with saves in this game. I don't want to have to repeat anything. If I have to repeat a single event even one time, playthrough canceled. Okay, so now we got lying figures, that's what the monsters are called, wandering about in the streets. So we're gonna have to deal with that. There's been a cave-in on the road. I can't go any further this way. Oh, hold up. There's more. There's more to that. There's more to that. Can't make it to the park this way. I'll have to find another way. Bleh! Excuse me. But yeah, I did enjoy Short Message. I'm slightly dreading the Silent Hill 2 remake. I really want to see what Silent Hill F is all about. And I'm pretty optimistic for Townfall too, if I'm being entirely honest. The developers of Townfall, like, they've got a fucking pedigree, honestly, in terms of horror. Guess what I play all the time. Came out on Xbox 360, and it's a team-based game. Team Fortress 2. That is my guess. Close. Dang. Well, I give up. There's no other team-based game that came out on the Xbox 360. Left 4 Dead 2. Oh, okay. Left 4 Dead 2 is a good fucking game. I know that I need to go down that alleyway, but if we go this way first, like, if we work on, like, the logic of somebody who's playing this game for the first time, and they're trying to get to the park, they would go down this road. That's terrifying. Hate that. But, oh no, when they get to the end of it, it's blocked off. How could this have happened? Oh no. But wait. Here's a dead man. And he's got a book next to him. I'm going to write everything that I've learned so far. Maybe that will help you out somehow. If you're reading this, it probably means I'm already dead. Wait. Oh, okay. You got pages scattered everywhere. Play on Steam. Nice. Which ending am I doing? I'm probably going to go for the good ending, but along the way, I'm also going to get the 2 joke endings. I saw those demons. They were there, I'm certain, but my friend says he didn't see anything. If that's true, does that mean that what I saw was an illusion? But whether that demon that ate human beings was real, or whether it was just some kind of hallucination that my mind dreamed up, one thing I know for sure is that I'm beyond all hope. Well, that gives me a lot of confidence. It seems they're attracted to light. That's why people who need light to see are their natural prey. They also react strongly to sound. If you want to go on living, you'd be better off just sitting in the dark and staying quiet, but even that probably won't save you. A memo pad that will be reused in Homecoming. If you're going to try and fight them, the most important thing is to relax. Just, you know, loosey-goosey. Just don't... Who fucking even cares, man? It's dangerous to fire a gun while you're all crazy with fear. Take good aim and then squeeze the trigger. And don't forget to finish them off. I think most of these creatures can be killed, even if they are tougher than people. This is the closest thing this gets to a tutorial. Run away! Cool, man. Run away! 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 Second playthrough. It's not my first. I don't know how many times I've played through this game at this point. I've played through it more than any other game in the series, except maybe Homecoming and Downpour. Oh, hello? Oh. Somebody knocked at my door. What are you looking at, James? What are you looking at? Oh! Handgun bullet. Oh, God. Ah, horrible creature. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. Fun. It's locked. Cool. What's this? There's a map here. What's that symbol at the end of Martin Street? That would be a question mark, James. This motherfucker doesn't know punctuation. Copied it onto my own map. There is a hole here. It's gone now. What could it mean? I would just run there. Yeah, and I mean, I could have done that too, but it's just like, I don't know. There's other stuff to explore. I actually recently, there's a, I've talked about this on stream before, but like it's particularly relevant now. My wife, Natalie, there's a YouTuber that she watches who, usually he does like old Nancy Drew games. There's a memo lying on the sofa. I'll wait at Bar Neely's. That's there for if you find the motorhome first. It prompts you to go to Neely's Bar, which is where you find the map. But if you go to Neely's Bar first, you find the map that marks where the motorhome is. The motorhome has a save point in it. Still like that you did it. Yeah. I like to show off a little bit. But this YouTuber usually does like a bunch of those old Nancy Drew games, and he recently did a blind playthrough of Silent Hill 2, which was interesting to watch because that's not something that you get a lot of these days. Like, most people who are out there, like, I feel like there's plenty of people out there who haven't played the Silent Hill games, obviously. You know, they're old games that are, like, at times kind of difficult to get a hold of. You know what's weird? The Steam version of Homecoming got a patch recently, and a bunch of updated store page graphics. Like a patch to fix the most broken version of that game got a patch to fix the bugs. Why? Why now? Like, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Like, it's actually kind of what they did with the downloadable version of this game for the Xbox One and Series X. So, okay. Bit of information in case you don't know, in case you aren't aware of this. So, when you install a 360 game to an Xbox One or a Series X, right? Even if you're using the disc, it downloads the digital copy that's available on the marketplace, essentially using the disc as a proof of purchase, basically. And you need to have the disc, like, inserted if you ever want to, like, play it, even though technically it's a digital download. I didn't know I had... I'm not even sure what that emote is. Like, oh, wait, no, I see what it is now. It kind of... It's very small on my screen. I had to squint a little bit. But yes, it is Pyramid Head twerking. Pyramid Head throwing it back. As is his right. Beep. Fucking, I'm just gonna go pick the key up off this dead guy that looks like me. I got the apartment gate key. Pyramid Head busting it down, hitting that shit. Damn. Get it. What was I talking about? I keep getting derailed. This energy drink needs to, like, maybe perk me up a little bit more. I didn't sleep very well last night, unfortunately. So I'm working off, charitably, I would say, about 5 hours of sleep. Right. So the digital download. So, like, if you install an Xbox 360 game on an Xbox 360, you're installing directly from the disc. But if you install an Xbox 360 on an Xbox One or a Series X, you are downloading a digital copy using the disc in the system as a proof of purchase. Now, what this means is that if you have a particularly large library of Xbox 360 games that are backwards compatible with one of those systems, i.e. me, then you can just put the disc in, start the download, put the next disc in, start that download, put the next disc in, so on and so forth. Now, the interesting thing about this is that the version of the Silent Hill HD collection that is downloaded off the marketplace for the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X, and this is something that I talked about, I think, during my Silent Hill 3 playthrough, the last time I played through the whole series. The version that you can get off the marketplace on the One and the Series X is a different version of the game than the one that you get just from installing the disc on the Xbox 360. And also, I think, technically downloading it off of that particular marketplace. It is actually a larger file size. And crucially, includes fixes for some of the more egregious bugs in the game. Obviously, the textures still kind of suck, especially like the transparent ones. Those still don't work properly. But there is specifically a very obnoxious noise glitch in Silent Hill 3 with the SMG in the HD collection that is fixed when you're playing the version that you can get on the One and the Series X. Now, I don't know if it is similar to the patched version of the game that the PS3 got, because famously, the PS3 version of the HD collection got a patch and the 360 version didn't. But it is kind of nice that, like, you know, these are still not the best versions of these games we could be playing, and that's unfortunate. But they made them function a little bit better, which is appreciated. Say made them function a little bit better, and then I turn to the left and there's fucking texture clipping with the map on the wall. I got the map of the apartment building. The apartment building has a fun mechanic where we can only read the map if we're standing near a light source. This mechanic is only present in one other spot in the game. So like right here, where there's a very clear light source over us, we can read the map no problem. But if we were to say go over here, where there's no light source, too dark to read the map. Also, this door's locked. So this is the apartment building. This is the first level in the game. And it's pretty good. It's a good little area to just kind of like learn the ropes in. I will say the way that like they do the whole draw distance thing in this is very funny when there's clearly just like a solid wall of black off in the distance. There's like, what rendering issues? This is just here now. Anyways, we gotta find a light, a flashlight. It's locked. It's locked. Oh, fuck, okay. Ah! Ah, damn it. Wait, ah. Shit. Well, not gonna worry about that for right now. There's a trash chute. There's some kind of strange garbage stuck in the hole. Gotta shove something into the garbage hole to dislodge the trash bag. Oh, thank God we found the flashlight room right away. Huh. That looks kind of familiar. I got a flashlight, I got a flashlight. Ah, beans. Ah, fuck, now it's getting back up. Damn it. I'm really bad at judging exactly how many hits it takes to, like, put these guys on the ground so you can just fucking dead space stomp on them. So now we can read our map whenever we want. Even if there's not another light source. I will say, that weird thing at the beginning where there was like a bunch of flickering with the fog doesn't happen if you have the noise filter on. Like, if you have the film grain effect activated, the fog is solid. Doesn't flicker or anything. Weirdest fucking thing. Now, of course, I hate having film grain effects on, especially for streams, because I feel like it just sends the bit rate into the fucking toilet. So, instead, I turn the noise effect off whenever I get the opportunity to. Which, thankfully, you can do in Silent Hill the Second. What you looking at, James? What's over there? Ah. Handgun bullet. I also have 3 times bullet pickups on because it's really funny to have a lot of fucking ammo. I find having way too much goddamn ammo in this game to be absolutely hilarious. Ah. Okay. See, the mannequins sometimes go down in 2, but other times they go down in 3. I don't know what the deal is. Looks like the lock is broken. Okay. Ah. Oop. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with you, man. I think this was a door that was just sealed off. Yeah, it is. Okay. Time to go down this hallway. Lock's broken. Ah, mysterious iron bars. Those probably won't be important at any point. Ah, ominous industrial noises. Love it. How am I doing for health? I should probably go ahead and pop one of these bad boys. Part of getting the good ending involves making sure that you are at top health as much as possible. Pyramid Head loves it. He loves mysterious iron bars. He loves ominous industrial noises. throwing it back to the sounds of rusted metal scraping up against each other. The clock is stopped at 4:32 and 15 seconds. Faceplate is closed. It is locked. I can't touch the needles of the clock like this. Damn. There's writing on the clock. The scars from the past shall remove the nail that stops time. Will you push the clock? Yeah, right. Come on, James. You're not even fucking trying. No matter how hard I push, it doesn't move. It's like it's stuck to the ground. What's this? Henry, Mildred, Scott. This motherfucker named Mildred. Tamp, 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 tamp. Tamping down the soft rug. Alright, well that's everything on the second floor that we can see. Floor third. Perhaps we will have some better luck. Definitely won't get our fucking hand bones crushed by a child. There's a key on the ground on the other side of the bars. If I stretch my arm out, I just might be able to reach it. Will you pick it up? Yeah, all right. You can do it, man. I believe in you. Oh.
Ow!
Ha ha!
Hey, wait! Damn it!
Well, shit. Can't reach it no matter how far I stretch. But who's that kid? Who invited her anyways? The town did. Alright. I can't make any jokes for another minute and a half because we're in the middle of an ad. Or I can make jokes, but they have to be awful jokes. They can't be any good. Because as we all know, all of my jokes are top-notch. The wall is pockmarked with gunshots. I got a handgun. Alright. Lock's broken. Can't open it. The fuck is that noise? It's so easy to get a gun in America. People just be fucking leaving them in shopping carts. Like, goddamn. Make that joke, but I live in Texas where I believe getting a handgun doesn't require a fucking license at this point because our governor's an idiot. What was that noise? What was that? Some kind of noise north of here. It's really weird that you identify it as north. The symbolism of it being in the shopping cart is that it's easy to buy one. That's correct. Ah! Some kind of strange triangleman. Alright, well, whatever. You can't in Japan. Yeah, they've got very strict gun control laws in Japan. I'm sorry. Discussion of, like, the symbolism of a fucking handgun being in a shopping cart as being commentary on the ease of buying firearms in America, immediately followed up by a line of Pyramid Head throwing it back, is just... love that. I'm gonna take this key. Key to room 202.
Who could have?
So here's another thing. So I mentioned that the weird fog flickering doesn't happen if you've got the noise filter on. Now, if you look at that TV, you can hear that there's supposed to be like static going, but that's clearly a still image. Watch this. Ta-da! Now the TV static is moving, and my bitrate is worse. I gotta turn this off. I hate how it looks. I hate the texture of it. On movies, I like some good. I like a good bit of film grain, but like, God, in fucking video games, I hate it. I hate it. I hate how it looks. There we go. And that's why it sucks that if you want to turn off the noise filter in goddamn Silent Hill Origins, you have to beat the game at least once so that you can access the secret options. I hate that. Please, just let me turn it off from the beginning. Makes sense, right? Here's the thing. I don't actually know. Like, that could have, like, a very reasonable explanation as to exactly why it's like that way. It's like that. It could have... What the fuck am I saying? What order am I putting these words in? There could be a perfectly reasonable explanation as to why it's like that. I don't fucking know what it is. Hello? Anybody in here? Health Dwink? What's my health like right now? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing just fine. Ah, mobs. James, do you have any thoughts on the moths and the butterflies? The body of a dead butterfly is on the ground. There's nothing else of interest here. Alright, James, shove your arm into that moist, dripping hole. It's too dark to tell for sure, but I think there's something on the other side of the hole. Will you investigate? Fucking do it. Like, you have to ask me twice. Love being thrust to the shoulder inside of a mysterious hole. Oh, dope. Eep. Alright, so let's take a look at this again. Alright, so Henry is at roughly 9 o'clock. Mildred is at roughly 2 o'clock-ish. And Scott's at 3 o'clock, which the second hand's already there, so... Excuse me. Oh. Now that I think of it, there was a big clock in room 208. That's a nice little hint to give. I used the clock key. Ugh. Why is that so loud? Nicki Minaj arrested... Wait, seriously? Oh, shit. Arrested for drug possession in Amsterdam? I'm trying to think about a joke about this, but that seems weird, doesn't it? What kind of drugs was it? Oh, trying to smuggle some shit. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense. That is very funny, though. Alright, where am I now? Where am I now? As if, like, the answer isn't the room right next to the one I was just fucking in. What the fuck am I saying? Hi, my name is Twitch Streamer, and I am here to ask incredibly obvious questions with even more obvious answers. Such is my lot in life. So I want to turn to my right. First things first, our goal is going to be to get up to the 3rd floor so that we can get that key. But is the 1st floor calling our name? It's not. Laura is probably one of the characters that I feel like, quite honestly, suffers the most from the change in voice acting. Because Laura's voice actor in the original was actually a child and did a pretty good job. But, like, in this one, like, you know, again, it's a situation where it's just, like, it's a voice actor. It sounds like a voice actor. It sounds like a voice actor doing a little kid voice, you know? There's a few other things that I could point to say, like, hey, this actually feels like it kind of changes the intention of what the original voice acting was kind of trying to get across. Like, you know, just kind of getting into some stuff early, making Eddie sound a bit more psychotic, making Maria sound less psychotic. No, not less, but just like, there's a point later on where Maria freaks out at something James says to her that they really play up in the original voice acting, and it's probably one of the best line reads that Maria's voice actor has that isn't like the final Maria letter or the final Mary letter. And Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, bless her heart, one of my favorite voice actors of all goddamn time, kind of downplays the line a little bit. And it doesn't fit. James, you gotta get in that fucking closet, man. You gotta get out of there. It's okay, man. You got him. Bleh, excuse me. I will say, while I'm not one of the people who's just like, oh, the bad voice acting improves the experience, or it's intentional to seem off kilter, I am definitely one of the people that looks at questionable decisions James makes and say like, oh, actually him doing this stupid thing is entirely in line with his characterization and what the game is trying to do with him. Stuff like jumping down all the holes later, or like running into that closet and just firing off like a few rounds at old PH there, despite the fact that he was totally hidden. Let me stick my arm in a hole. Yeah, exactly. God, it's almost like he has no sense of self-preservation or something. Surely there's no thematic reason for that. Bonk. 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 A toilet. Yep. We haven't gotten to the toilet yet. That's not until we get to the other place. But boy howdy, we're gonna stick our hand in that toilet. Oh, a courtyard key. Okay. What's this one? A fire escape key. Okay. Handgun bullet. There's nothing interesting in the newspaper or magazine. Good to know. Plenty of enemies around, though. Wait, shit. Oh, haha. Dodged ya. Bonk. Oh, God. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. He's dead. Cool. That boy nasty. You're not wrong. Who the fuck is this? Get out of here. What's up, sleepy boy? My cat's resting on the PS5. All our cats have been very sleepy today. I get it. You know, it's Saturday. It's the weekend. Everybody's had a hard week. Including cats. Cat's been having a rough go of it. Doing various cat-like activities. Okay, first things first, let's unlock this door. Because we're gonna want to unlock that door. Lock is broken. Lock is broken. Orange juice. Lock is broken. Let me take a look at the canned juice. What do we got here? Hallway to fire escape. Normally west side stairway hall into the courtyard. 6-pack of canned juice. It was in the hallway on the first floor. I'm assuming it's orange juice. Just because, you know, it's orange. I don't know if I've ever had canned orange juice, though. I'm going to be honest. Cans are not really my go-to receptacle for, like, a juice, you know? I usually think of a juice being in, like, a plastic or glass bottle. Glass bottle juice, now. That's some good shit right there. That's how you know you've got some good juice. You know, that's not to downplay the quality of a plastic bottle juice. Me, I like a good cranberry juice, especially if it's like mixed in with like another fruit. I don't know. Cranberry juice always has like a very interesting flavor profile that I honestly appreciate. I'm gonna just fucking eat shit into this pool real quick. I got the snake coin. Like, I'll drink a straight cranberry juice, you know? I don't give a fuck. Why do I make that sound like it's a big deal? Ah, shit. That is not even a door anymore. Or is that? Can't get it open. Oh, hey, this one's open. Oh, fuck. Oh, styling on him, styling on him. Ah, shit. I'm probably gonna want to start using the gun a bit more at some point, probably. Hi, Maui. I need to look, I need to be sure. I know where the first place to use the amulet is. But I want to make sure I know where the rest of them... I know where the first one is, I know where the last one is, and I'm pretty sure there's only one other one between those. Right, okay. Now I know. Wait, was that all that was in here? A dude to melt my fucking face off and a set of handgun bullets? Fucking alright. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hearing some gross noises, I gotta tell you that much. Those noises aren't particularly nice to hear in either version of the voice acting. What the? Who could have done this? I'm assuming maybe it's the guy fucking barfing in the bathroom. Alright, so here's where the weird thing with the audio can be a little bit of an issue, like just to illustrate it. So those disgusting noises are coming out of my right ear currently, but I know that the door we have to go through is on my left. So let's make this horrible experience stop as soon as possible. Ugh. Ugh. Eddie, can you not? I need to keep up my appetite. I'm having chili dogs later.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I believe you,
I didn't do anything.
I say, crossing my
swear.
fingers behind my back.
He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Daddy.
Eddie, who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
Awful specific denial to
You're
make,
not
but
friends with
okay.
that Red Pyramid thing, are you?
Red Pyramid thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird-looking monsters. And they scared the hell out of me. So I ran in here.
Well, I guess this place isn't too safe either. What happened here anyway?
I told you I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Yeah. You could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, careful.
James, you be careful too.
Please tell me it stops after the cutscene. I forget. I'm scared. Okay, it stops after the cutscene. So here's a bit of a fun fact. So Silent Hill 2 is getting a film adaptation, as you may be aware, called Return to Silent Hill. It is the third movie in the Silent Hill film series, and it's being directed by the guy who directed the first Silent Hill movie all the way back in 2006. This is a big deal because it's been 12 years since the last Silent Hill movie came out, which is kind of wild to think about now that I'm saying it out loud. I saw that movie the day it came out in theaters in 3D, Silent Hill Revelations. What a fucking shit show that movie is. Now, we haven't gotten a whole lot about the movie. We've gotten a couple behind-the-scenes shots from James's actor in the film, and we've gotten one shot of how Pyramid Head looks in the movie. I will continue calling him Pyramid Head. I do not appreciate the historical revisionism of constantly calling him Red Pyramid Thing. He gets called Pyramid Head at least twice in this game. But you know, whatever. It's whatever. Who cares? No, I call it. I'm joking when I say it's historical revisionism. He is obviously called Red Pyramid Thing first, but now that I think about it, I don't think I see a lot of people being particularly pedantic about others calling him Pyramid Head. Everybody pretty much just accepts that that's a perfectly reasonable thing to call him. Anyways, so one of the behind the scenes shots from the God, what was it? I think it was like an Instagram post that James's actor made. Basically showed them with like a camera rig set up, like pointed directly at a toilet bowl with like a hose, like spraying liquid into it. Which makes me think that Eddie is absolutely going to be in the movie, and that is a sort of like artistic close-up shot of him barfing into the goddamn toilet. Which I think is kind of funny that may be one of the only things that we know of the movie. Is just like, oh yeah, someone's gonna fucking barf in a toilet. Pyramid Head creator, hate him. I don't think Masahiro Ito hates Pyramid Head, but he definitely gets way too many questions about Pyramid Head that I'm sure bothers the hell out of him. He tweeted it. He did tweet some. I do know he tweeted something, but I believe he tweeted a clarification afterwards. I just don't recall the specifics of it off the top of my head. I'm way more interested in Masahiro Ito's recipes for really good buttered toast than anything else, if we're being realistic here. One of these days, I hope to make the fuck toast. One of the interesting things about watching a blind playthrough of this game is seeing the guy who was playing it figure out to use the juice cans in the garbage chute. Because, like, I feel like there's a lot of stuff in Remake is looking strangely PS2 like. Hello, Lucas. God, yeah. Can you believe I was able? This is an early build of it. They're not quite done with the graphics just yet, and I managed to get a special work out a special deal with Bloober Team where I would stop talking shit on them at every opportunity if they let me play the remake early. No, I'm kidding. Garbage bag is torn and constantly strewn all over. Well, because that makes a lot of sense. I do like how, like, adventure game logic some of the puzzles in Silent Hill can get. Like, fucking the string of hair and the bent needle later on, or the rubber ball in the first game, or the shit with the tongs in fucking Silent Hill 3. The police announced today that Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy Locane and his sister Miriam, committed suicide in his jail cell early on in the morning of the 22nd. Walter Sullivan, he doesn't seem important. Billy and Miriam Locane, I'm sure they won't become a really cool enemy type later on. According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck, severing his carotid artery. By the time the guards discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss, the spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan's from his hometown of Pleasant River said, "He didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids. But I do remember that just before they arrested him, he was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff like, he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the red devil, forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me." The schoolmate then ended, "I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy. They should pitch some IP revival with Nintendo. Then they could rebrand as Blooper Team." I don't even want to think about, like, the fucking worst case scenario is fucking Bloober Team getting a deal with Nintendo to make a new Star Fox game. Just like, I wouldn't want that. That's not even remotely the kind of games they make. I'm already worried about the Silent Hill remake. Alright, we need to use... Okay, we gotta go to the second floor. What if it's a new Hotel Dusk? I mean, they did just do... I mean, I haven't played Hotel Dusk yet. I need to. Everyone is. What, dreading the Silent Hill 2 remake? Bloober Team does have some defenders, admittedly. I know for a fact that there are some people who are genuinely anticipating the Silent Hill 2 remake. No fire escape outside the door. Maybe they knocked it down when they built the building next door. I think I can get into the building next door if I go through the window in front of me. That seems like a fire hazard. That seems like violation of fire code. Like, if you gotta build 2 buildings close enough together that you have to knock out the fire escape, like, that seems like a bad idea. Glass, 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 glass. Toilet time. Ugh. Looks like a wallet. There's some kind of memo in it. So left 9, right 14, left 11, right 14. 9, 14, 11, 14. 9, 11? Anyway. Is that everything? Yep. Okay. How am I doing for handgun ammo? Let's see. 360. Xbox 360. Alright, let's equip this. The rest of the streams to see the 10 Silent Hill promise to take me there again someday. You never did. Well, I'm alone there now in our special place waiting for you. That's definitely Mary's name in her own handwriting on the front of the envelope. Hi, Maui. It is time to shoot gun. So there's a couple areas in Silent Hill 2 that have this issue where the maps for the areas are super easy to miss. And as a result, you end up kind of needing to, like, make mental notes of specific places you need to go to or specific places you've already been. The second apartment building is one of those areas where it's really easy to completely skip over the map for this location. But it's right here. It's on the ground. Like, you could walk right by this and never know. What's kind of cool about this one, though, is that rather than it being just like an entirely separate map for this area, James just kind of folds it onto the map for the other apartment building, which I think is neat. It's locked. There's a note stuck on the door. Dear Tim, I have to run an errand, so I'm going out. Left the house key with Uncle David. You know where he lives, don't you? The key is in the room near the first floor staircase. I'll be back as soon as I can. So please, watch the place while I'm gone. It's not for me. But I will abide by it. Well, it's locked. Lock is broken. Can't open it. All right. The fuck? Hold on, I want to go upstairs first. Fuck. Not allowed on the 3rd floor. Damn. How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. Got nowhere to run and life goes on as I'm fading away. Alright. First floor then. Oh, we got horrible roaches down here. Gotcha, idiot. Can't get the door open. Lock is broken. Can't open it. Lock's broken. Can't open it. Better not be any horrible monsters in here. I swear to God. I will be so pissed. Handgun bullet. I do have to reload. Oh, Angela. You're not a horrible monster.
Oh, it's you.
Everything you did was incredibly justified.
Yeah, I'm James.
Angela.
Angela, okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, it's what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
Oh, the shadows on that poster are freaking out. I
It's
just
okay.
noticed.
Did you find your mother?
Not yet. She's not anywhere.
Did she live in this apartment building?
I don't know.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know that?
Well, I just figured, because this is where you're looking for, how else would I know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a perfectly reasonable assumption, Angela.
Am I right?
I'm so tired.
Angela, proper knife safety, goodness.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
My wife.
I'm sorry. I don't...
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't
God,
know
the
why
map.
I think she's
The
here.
map!
She's dead?
Well, don't worry. I'm not crazy. At least I don't think so.
I've gotta find my mama.
Should I go with you? I mean, this town's dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
I'll be okay by myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure.
It's trying to free
No
itself from the
problem.
wall.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do.
I'm sorry. I've been bad. Please, don't.
No, I mean, that's a perfectly reasonable reaction to James Sunderland. God, this is a beautiful fucking piece of music. You can really tell why they decided that they would to use it as a very important recurring motif in the first Silent Hill movie. I got a coin! The prisoner. Oh, did you play Clock Tower 1, 2, or 3? I have not. I'm kind of interested. I know that limited run games. I don't want to pick that up because that is for an ending that I'm not looking to get right now. I know limited run games right now is running pre-orders for their remaster, or I guess it's not really a remaster, it's a port, because they didn't like update the graphics or anything. It's the exact same game, but it's using a game engine that they have developed specifically for like porting older games to newer systems, the Carbon engine. And I don't know how well that engine is working, mostly because I didn't really hear anybody talk about the Rocket Knight re-release that they put out recently. This poster's freaking out. Carbon engine, yeah, developed with help from modern vintage gamers. And I think that's neat. Like, that's a neat thing to do. Oh, that's his YouTube. Oh! Okay. That's fair. Modern Vintage Gamer is his YouTube name. Okay. That makes sense. But it's definitely like a good thing to have to like make porting those. He developed it and dissociated himself from LRG after. Oh. That's a good sign. I don't generally have like the highest opinion of limited run games on a good day, just because the very concept of it, like, okay, I think I've talked about this. Hold on, I'm adjusting my mic. I've talked about this before, where it's just like limited run games. It's like, yeah, forever physical. We're bringing back. We're championing the release of physical media, and it's just like, hey guys, what's your company's name again? Could you just let me know what your company's name is? The engine existing is a good thing, but LRG really seems to be burning bridges in reputation lately, which is unfortunate. There's something written on the desk. 3 bright coins and 5 holes B. At one end sits the seducer of she. The wind from behind the woman doth play. The formless one null lies farthest from they. The old one beside the serpent since not. 'Tis to the prisoner's left that he doth rot. Cassie is meowing. Give me one moment. Raggy, would it be okay if I put you out in the loft and let Cassie out of the bathroom? Are you going to be okay with that? I know. Come here. I edited it. Yeah, right there, real quick. Come on. Get out of here. Cassie, where you at? You're just meowing and now you're just disappeared? I'm very proud of you. I'm happy to report that Cassie has made proper use of the litter box, which is something she's been having on and off trouble with recently. Alien dance. So Cassie is on the loose now. I don't know where she's gone at this point. Okay, did that go into my memos? Here we go. God, I forgot how nice it is having a memo tab. One end sits the seducer of she. Wind from behind the woman doth play. Formless one null lies farthest from they. The old one beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis to the prisoner's left. Okay, so empty slot, old man coin, prisoner coin, empty slot, snake. Okay. I never remember the specific orientation of these coins, like, off the dome. I need to at least read the poem first. In order to recall it. Cassie, what are you doing? You scratching that up? I mean, that's fine that you scratch that up. Those things are kind of old anyway. Here we go. And that should... Yeah! Linehouse key. Oh, it's the weirdest goddamn thing. Okay, so speaking of limited run games. Okay, so... Aspyr is a game development studio that has done a lot of like re-releases of older games recently. Like I think they did a bunch of like old like N64 and PS2, Xbox like Star Wars games. Like I want to say they did the re-release of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. They released in conjunction with Crystal Dynamics a remaster of the first 3 Tomb Raider games recently. And I have been waiting for them to release a physical version of that, and I figured that they were probably going to do so through limited run games, and they did. And what they released through limited run games is they're releasing a standard version, which is just, game, case, get it out of there, for Xbox, PS5, or PS4, I don't forget one of those. I think it's a PS4 game, and Switch. But then they're also releasing a collector's edition with just full of all sorts of shit, and it's like, I want to say like $130. And it's so weird because I think what we're looking at is you're looking at a collector's edition for like $30, and then a standard edition for $30 and a collector's edition for $130. And it feels strange because usually limited run will do sort of like a mid-tier option between the two that has like a couple items from the collector's edition, but not all of them, like a deluxe edition. But it turns out that the deluxe edition might be getting released just as like its own thing outside of limited run games, and only for the Switch and the PS5. Because it's listed on Amazon just for pre-order. And the deluxe edition that's on Amazon for Switch and PS5 has a steelbook case. And then the limited run games version for the collector's edition also has a steelbook case, but they're 2 completely different steelbook designs. But then on top of that, the collector's edition on limited run has a soundtrack CD. The collector's edition, or the deluxe edition that you can get on Amazon, also comes with a soundtrack, but it's a digital download. But both of them come with an art book, and it appears to be the same art book. Who's publishing the non-LRG deluxe edition? I think it's just the developers. Like, I mean, okay, realistically speaking, currently Tomb Raider is owned by Embracer, so it's probably Embracer that's releasing it. But it's weird that the deluxe edition is completely separate from the limited run games, like standard and collector's releases. It's such a weird fucking situation, and I have no idea like, what the deal with any of it is. But I think the weirdest part of it is this means that there isn't a deluxe edition being made for the Series X. You can only get it standard or collectors. What the fuck? Hold up. The fuck was that? Sounds almost like a change of plan, like they were originally going to let LRG handle it. Yeah, I don't know. Limited Run Games is supposed to be having like a big blowout sale coming up where I think they're like doing reruns of a few things. There's a part of me that wants to try and get like the VHS edition of the Blade Runner adventure game, but I've heard that release isn't good actually, which kind of worries me. I really like Blade Runner. I would have really liked to have gotten that game and have it be good. Apartment stairway key. Key to the door leads to north side stairway. It says north stairway. Not what it says. Not what it says, James. Learn to fucking read, my guy. I don't know. Right now, the only like limited edition video game merch I'm looking to kind of keep an eye out for when it drops is the Oh Dear Diner thermos that IM 8-Bit is putting out in conjunction with Remedy for Alan Wake 2. They're supposed to be releasing it by the end of the year, or by the end of June. Did I interrupt something? I can come back. Oh. Hold up. Ow! My guts! Hold on, I think that actually did quite a bit of damage to me. The side swipe isn't that big of a deal. It's the overhead strike that you want to kind of keep an eye out for. That's the one. That shit'll kill you. Alright, bye PH. Have fun in Konami track and field. You still gotta keep a distance from him even during this ending sequence because he can still fucking whirl around and deck you one. All right. I don't know. I just really want like physical media to be like a standard again. This is the type of scene that would benefit a lot from a remake. There's a lot of stuff in here that could be done really well in like a remake of the game. I would just have to trust the people doing it. You know what? Today I had a scare that the hard drive that holds all my Wii U games failed. It didn't, but I actually need to pull my Wii U out of storage at some point. Yeah, physical media should be normal.
You! It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who stepped on my hand.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
Why are your voices so loud?
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
What's that letter?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
Oh, wait! How do you know Mary's name?
You know what system already confirmed to still be focusing on the physical media? The Switch's follow-up. Because they've said that Switch 2 cartridges are going to be slightly different so that they only work in Switch 2s, but can still play Switch 1 cartridges. So we know that for sure. Which is nice. I don't know. It's just something that I'm at the very least thankful for with a lot of releases recently is that, you know, you've got the fucking games that are just like, oh, here's a digital deluxe edition with a bunch of like cool shit for you to use in game. A lot of those games will also like allow you to just buy like a digital deluxe upgrade if you do get the physical copy, which is nice because that actually wasn't something that was standard previously. I fucking got Red Dead Redemption 2, and Red Dead Redemption 2 has a digital deluxe edition that you can't just get an upgrade for. If I wanted to get the shit that's in the digital deluxe edition of Red Dead Redemption 2, I would have to buy the game again. Also, here's something. Did you know that you can... So Rockstar sells the Red Dead Online portion of RDR2 on the Xbox Live Marketplace separately from the single player portion of it. Like, you can buy both as a bundle, but at a glance, it would seem like, oh, if you only wanted to play the campaign for Red Dead Redemption 2, you would just have to buy that, and if you wanted the online, you'd have the option of getting that as well. So it turns out, right, that the single-player campaign purchased separately won't work if you don't have Red Dead Online. According to the reviews, at the very least. Which I think is just some fucking galaxy-brained planning. But yeah, that game doesn't have like a digital deluxe upgrade that you can buy, so if I ever want to like get the digital deluxe content, I need to buy the game again. And like, here's the thing, I'm not necessarily against buying like backup copies of games. Like, I have Silent Hill HD Collection physical on disc for the 360, but I'm playing a digital copy of it, downloaded directly to my Series X. Like, there's something to be said for the ease of having like a digital collection. But like with physical media, like, here's the thing. The argument for physical media is a bit fraught because of like patches, right? Like, these days, it is standard practice to have a day one patch fixing any issues that may have been missed when the game went gold. Which sucks, by the way. That's an awful practice, and I wish they would fucking stop. But it is, in fact, a practice. Which, of course, means that without day one patches, like if all of this digital infrastructure was to go down tomorrow, and you still had your physical library, and you were just like, oh, well, let me just boot up this game that I really love, you wouldn't have a day one patch for that, and there's going to potentially be some things in there that are incredibly broken. Like, we're talking Assassin's Creed Unity at launch broken. Personally, I prioritize physical, but I just go digital if the game is unplayable or literally unbeatable without a patch that's not on the card. Mm-hmm. So this is that park. Mary. Are you here? Mary? Come on, Mary. 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 So, like, that sucks. So the idea of, like, needing physical copies of something isn't necessarily, like, a future-proofing thing. At least not in the way that I feel like a lot of people would hope for. For Switch, at least, there is a gigantic spreadsheet that lists all existing physical releases of every game with one in their revisions. Mm-hmm. With one in their revisions. For me, a lot of times the idea of, like, physical media is more of a tactile thing. Like, I just like having something that I can hold in my hands. It feels a lot more real. It's kind of a similar thing. Like, everybody jokes about, like, how they have all of these fucking Steam games that they picked up, like, on Steam sales or, like, through Humble Bundles or what have you. And to me, those are fake games. Those games may as well not exist to me. And that's maybe a little mean to those games, but at the same time, it's just like, these are just games that I kind of end up having, and the fact that I don't have them, like, physical editions makes them feel less real to me. Like, I have in my possession a physical copy. Shit, goddamn, fuck. Shit. Hold on. I'm knocking shit all over. A physical copy of the System Shock remake for the Xbox Series X. I played a little bit of it. I'm loving the aesthetic of it. I think if I stream it, I'm definitely going to need to futz with the available difficulty settings. Simply because the open-ended nature of its exploration is a bit intimidating to me. But we ain't there yet, so that's going to take some time to get there. Oh, give me 1 second. Okay. I'm very much a useful collection type of person in the sense I don't like to keep copies of games I don't enjoy or that I think will be too broken in the future. I love keeping all my copies of games, because here's the thing. When I was in college and I needed extra money, I ended up selling a bunch of games that I had at the time. And unfortunately, there were a good number of them that are games that I regretted selling down the line. Like, I'm really happy that I was able to get another copy of Hulk Ultimate Destruction, because it hurt to part with that one.
Mary? No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife. I can't believe it. You could be her twin. Your face, your voice, just your hair and clothes are different.
My name is Maria. I don't look like a ghost, do I? See? Feel how warm I am?
touch my breast,
not now.
James.
I told you, I'm Maria.
Sorry, I was confused.
Where are you going?
I'm looking for Mary. Have you seen her?
Didn't you say she died?
Oh yeah, 3 years ago. But I got a letter from her. She said she was waiting in our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her. Is this your only special place?
Well, there's the hotel too, I guess. The one on the lake. I wonder if it's still there.
The Lakeview Hotel? Yeah, it's still there. So, the hotel was your special place, huh?
Hold up,
I'll
Gordon.
bet it was. Aw, don't get so mad. I was just joking. Anyway, it's not that way. It's this way.
Ding, 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 dong.
You're coming with me?
You were just gonna leave me?
No.
When all
but-
these monsters around?
No, I just...
I'm all alone here. Everyone else is gone. I look like Mary, don't I? You loved her, right? Or maybe you hated her.
Don't be ridiculous.
So it's okay?
Yeah, fine.
So yes, that is Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn is the voice of Mary and Maria in the new vocal track for the HD collection. In memory of the 67 who died of illness and now sleep beneath the lake. Fucked up, true. That was a tactical bump. We have to bump into her in order to avoid getting a bad ending. No, she also sings the theme song from 4. She sings a few of the theme songs. 3, 4, bunch of songs in Homecoming. Bunch of the songs, actually, in those ones. She's also the voice acting director for the HD collection vocal tracks. All right. Let's head for the hotel. Lakeview Hotel. 1.6 miles, eh? We can run it. It'll be easy. I forgot the point that I was trying to make by saying that I have the System Shock remake, but I have it physically. Silent Hill Historical Society. And like it's nice to have it physically. Lakeside Amusement Park. Whoa! I'm missing big bucks PC copies in bookstores. Your ad. My ad? Quiet cocktails. Quiet cock. Silent cock. Wait, what is this? Giga computer. Come on, Maria, we can do it. We can go the distance. Shit. This guy's got something. Hold up. There's a map here. Then you can order a giga computer and have a LAN party at the hotel. The fuck did they mark this goddamn map with? A wood burning tool? Pete's Bowlerama. I don't know if this is a proper time for bowling. Hey, does anybody else find it weird that we've found like 3 or 4 corpses at this point and they all seem to be dressed like James? That's weird, right? It's probably fine. Dun 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 dun. Oh, fuck. I keep knocking shit over on my desk. I probably shouldn't have this, like, tower of game cases here, realistically speaking. It's locked. It's like I only ever seem to knock it the fuck over. Boats to Lakeside Amusement Park and Lakeview Hotel. Cassie, what are you doing? Oh, she's trying. She's trying to get up on that Xbox. I keep checking back in Discord. We have a group chat for our house. And people are talking about how it is bird flu season. And bird flu is a thing that I remember hearing about, I think when I lived back in Massachusetts, as being like kind of a big deal. But Natalie's pointing out that just like, yeah, we get this pretty much every year. Just don't go around like touching bird corpses or drinking raw milk. And it's a definite issue this year because you have a bunch of like fucking weirdos out there saying like, oh, you should be drinking raw milk. It's better for you than pasteurized shit, which is not the case. Please, for the love of God, drink pasteurized milk. I remember when bird flu was the big new pandemic. Yeah, and then I think it was swine flu before that. Oh shit, we completely fucking overshot Pete's Bolorama. Oh, wait, there's something else we're supposed to be looking for, isn't there? Hold on. Yeah, we ran right past Jack's off. I mean, Jack's in. And James runs so fast that he didn't notice. Because we gotta make a quick stop here. I got the dog key from the doghouse. Now you may be wondering, Gage, what's that for? Don't worry about it. So the only other thing here is that I believe we can't really do anything with the inn. I think this is a place that is more important in Silent Hill 3. But there is a save point here. But Natalie's bringing up a bunch of things because Natalie was born in Texas and she grew up here. Outside of like for like most of her like younger life up to the point that I think they because her dad's was in the military, they moved to Germany for a bit, and then when they moved back, I think they moved to Washington. My brain mixed damn with then. God, I'm still not in the best shape. Oh, Cassie, be careful. Cassie B's careful challenge. She is crawling all over stuff. But Natalie's talking about things that like seem like almost entirely normal to her, because she grew up in Texas, but that like because some of us aren't from Texas, like friend of the stream and housemate Opal is from North Carolina. I'm from Massachusetts originally. Friend of the stream and housemate Austin is from Alabama, which might actually put him like pretty close to understanding some of this stuff, but just like, yeah, something like, yeah, you know, yearly bird flu outbreak, or going to fucking children's football games and they're doing a raffle where you can just win a gun. Or like concerns about feral hogs that apparently people need to have automatic weapons on hand to deal with. Steel pipe. There's also an item here for one of the other sequel endings. A real gun? Yes, a real gun. Specifically, I'm pretty sure it was a Glock. If I recall correctly. Because I was at that game. And they're just like, yeah, we're auctioning off a fucking gun. Just like, okay, cool. That's really weird, man. Cassie, you gotta watch where you're stepping, girl.
I'll wait here. I hate bowling.
I didn't come here to play, you know.
Hurry back, okay?
I didn't come here to play. I take bowling very seriously. It's locked.
So what'd you do? Robbery? Murder?
Oh god, the mouth noises.
Nothing like that.
Ha! You're just a gutless fatso.
What'd you have to say that for?
Yeah, Laura,
I thought you
unbased.
said the cops were after you.
Nah, I just ran because I was scared. I don't know what the cops are doing.
But if you did something bad, why don't you just say you're sorry? Well,
Ugh. Oh
guess I
god,
run
I
away
hate
a lot,
listening to
too.
this.
It's no good. They wouldn't listen. Nobody will ever forgive me.
They gotta give Eddie all the worst noises.
Did you find that lady you're looking for? What's her name? Mary?
What? Laura's looking for Mary? Oh my god, it's cold drinks, as seen in Blade Trinity. Love you, cold drinks. Oh god, stop. I'm
Eddie?
begging you.
Oh, you're...
James.
You good?
We,
She just
met
took
in
a
the
tumble.
apartment building?
Yeah, I remember, but...
Are you alone here, Eddie?
No.
There she goes.
bye-bye.
Wait! Come back! Eddie! Let's go after her! Huh? Laura? Why?
Laura, is that her name?
Well, that's what she said.
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
She said she was fine by herself. She said a fatso like me would just slow her down.
Forget you.
So this is another interesting point of comparison with the new voice acting and the original voice acting, where in the new voice acting, James is a lot more angry at Eddie. Whereas in the original voice acting, it's kind of more like he's scolding him. Where he's just like, how could you sit there and eat pizza? Instead of how could you sit there and eat pizza? Additionally, something that I've kind of been trying to formulate in the exact way to explain it is the difference in Eddie's voice between one and the other. In the new voice acting, Eddie just kind of sounds perpetually tired and just lazy, basically. Whereas in the original voice acting, the way that his voice is done and the way that he's characterized is a bit more of a man-child. Like, he's still kind of characterized as kind of a man-child in the new voice, or obviously in just kind of like the base game. But that's really played up with the original voice acting. There is an item right here-ish. There it is. I think that's the only one. Oh, Maria, hi.
Did a little girl run out of here?
Yeah, she was too fast for me.
A little girl was too fast for
Aren't
you?
you gonna go after her?
Your boots don't even have that much of a heel. All right. Hold on. He was just looking at an item. All right. So then there's a specific thing that we can do to make sure that we avoid one of the endings we don't want to get.
Where are you going? This isn't the way that little girl went.
Huh? Me when I'm huh? I'm what? You basically have an invisible score over the course of the game, and certain actions that you take can either increase that score or decrease it for each specific ending. And at the end of the game, based on how much score you have in one of those endings, that's what determines which ending you get. By attempting to go to Nathan Avenue rather than go where Maria told us to go, that puts us a little bit less on track for getting one of the endings we don't want to get.
She went through there.
Damn. Well, I'm not getting in there.
Is there any other way?
Yeah, there is. Right through there.
Why are you saying that so sultry?
It's no good. It's locked.
Okay, pocket. Okay, key in boot. Key in boot not work. Ah, yes, of course. The boob key. Imagine James picking that up and it showing up in his inventory as boob key. The key from the boobs. Anyway. Shoves you for fun. A flower vase. There's something else of interest. You sort of need to be a dick to Maria in order to avoid one of the endings we're trying not to get. Oh, so... Okay. Here's something interesting. So, there is a specific piece of flavor text that we get here by looking at these. And this is one of those instances where that kind of like teaches people to like slow down and like pay a little bit better attention to the flavor text. simply because like a lot of people will probably mash through it thinking it's not too important, but then realize like, oh wait, there was actually a lot there, and then when they try to look at it again, it's completely different. So we're gonna try and take this slow, and I'm really hoping that my controller doesn't double tap. Liquor bottles. I don't need that right now. It's not that I don't drink. In fact, I drink a fair bit to get away from the pain, the loneliness, but the drinking never changes anything. Anyway, I don't need it now. There's something that I have to do. So like a lot of people will just mash through that but realize like, wait, shit, there's interesting stuff in there that we need to look at. And then when they try to go back and look at it again, liquor bottles. There's nothing else of interest. So it's kind of a moment of just like, hey, slow down. Pay attention to what you're reading and what you're looking at. Because it's not like that's particularly important for the game. Like, there's a lot of people that see that text and think like, oh, James is an alcoholic. But like, based on what he's saying, he's probably not an alcoholic, because he's talking about like, yeah, I drink a fair bit. It doesn't change anything though. He's not talking about how it's just like, yeah, I drink like a fucking fish. Just a regular stage. There's nothing strange about it. Not paying attention to the stripper pole. James out here seeing Maria and being like, I think I have COVID. Excuse me. Okay. Let's go left real quick. Yeah, it's blocked off. Alright, so she couldn't have gone that way, because she could never fit through those gaps. So she has to have gone this way. Cookie! No, wait. Gookie? Is that a G? No, whatever. Cassie, what are you playing with over there? Are you knocking over books again? Yeah, you're knocking over books again. You goober. She's a goob. There's Laura. So once we get into the hospital, we're probably going to be going ahead and calling it for the day. Because this is a decent amount of progress to make. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into this. What I'm planning to do is that rather than do a whole playthrough with the new voices, I'm probably going to go back and forth a little bit. So next stream, we'll use the original voices. So you kind of get a sense of like what those are like. And also, there is a line read in the hospital that I mentioned earlier in the stream, I think is much better with the original voices, just in terms of like what it says about the character saying the line. So let's find, I think it's the reception office that the save point is in. But we are going to be rating Team Catpull, who I think are playing the Inazuma 11 demo right now. Yep, this looks like Inazuma 11. So stick around for that. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and co-host at AcidXShark. Hi, Cal. Welcome. Where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me at AcidXShark on YouTube, where I post all the streams after I happen. Gage, I literally never know when you start on Saturdays. You gotta keep an eye. I post on Twitter when I start. I send out go live notifications on Twitch. Saturdays tend to be kind of loosey-goosey because sometimes if I have something going on in the evening, I'll stream earlier in the day. But if it's like today where I don't have anything going on in the evening, I just stream on like my normal time. I cry. Don't feel... You can catch up with the VOD. Don't worry. Art for the stream, thumbnail, and VTuber was done by Team Capel. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, co-host VGen, and Blue Sky at Team Capel. That's TEAMCATPLE. Audrey and B are great friends of mine. You should commission them. Use their VGen. Don't email them. They'll email you. What else? Upcoming streams. Right. Upcoming streams. So, this week... we've got Spider-Man 3 on Wednesday. We've got more Stormblood on Thursday. Finishing up Bayonetta Origins, I'm pretty sure, on Friday with Team Catpole. And we'll be back at it again with Silent Hill 2 next Saturday. So I hope you'll tune in for that. As I said, stick around for Team Catpole Raid. And I will see you next time on the Shark stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.